this. Okay. So what I would like you to do is to talk while having game audio on, so you can listen to the audio balance.
Let's go. Well, I will probably take this time to warm up.
Alright, that all sounds good. Zelda, can you talk for a bit?
Yeah, let me just read out the plug. Keeps me busy. We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our events online for the time being. This event features streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world bringing you entertainment during the lockdown. If you like our events and would like to participate in one of them yourself, an upcoming event of ours you may be interested in is our yearly marathon BSG Annual. Normally held in Venray, the Netherlands. This year's edition, however, will either be online or on site depending on the COVID situation. Because of this, the exact dates are not confirmed yet, but it'll be around the third week of August 2021. But no worries, you can still submit to the event and select whether your submissions apply for on-site, online, or both. Submissions for BSG Annual will close on April 2nd.
That sounded very rehearsed.
Also, I have a co-commentator.
Okay, please get them in here as well.
Okay. I'm gonna send him a message.
Also, you need to turn Zelda up on your Discord because she is very quiet on your stream.
He will come in a couple of minutes, hopefully. Ah. I'll probably change the title of my stream. Totally forgot I'm live. It sells 5 BC true ending. Run for BSG. Let me grab some glasses so I can be more handsome.
No.
Hello.
Indeed, they are locked. That's why I asked you to join the one that isn't locked.
I figured that out after I stared at it for a minute. How's
Okay,
everyone doing?
Evian, are you here? And are you
Mike's
aware that
muted.
you are muted currently?
I'm here.
Okay. So did you turn up Zelda like I asked?
Excuse me?
I asked you to turn Zelda louder. Make Zelda louder on your Discord, please.
Okay, okay.
Because she is very quiet on your stream.
That's done.
Alright, so Zelda, just start that thing over again and I'll listen in.
Here comes the monologue. We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our events online for the time being. This event features streamers from both Benelux and the rest of the world bringing you entertainment during the lockdown. If you like our events and would like to participate in one of them yourself, an upcoming event of which you may be interested in is our yearly marathon BSG Annual, normally held in
Alright,
Van
I'm
Ryden.
gonna cut you off, that's fine, thank you.
Okay.
Alright, test number 3. Louis, talk a bit for me, please.
Welcome to the Dead Cell Speedrun. Today we're going to be looking at the 5 boss cell run where everyone is going to be breaking and bending the game to as well. We're going to be skipping everything we possibly can and going fast until we get to the final spoiler boss at the end of the game, which we'll get to see with some of my favorite tricks in the entire run. So we're going to be looking at Evian, collecting every single scroll that he possibly can, because we will be running the game on 1.7 plus, which means that he's not going to have access to some of the more broken tricks that we have in the 1.6 run, where we can become invincible by using Telric Shot. So he will be running in a very vulnerable state in the most dangerous, most difficult category in the game.
Alright, so Evian, make Louis a little louder, please.
Here we go.
And then Zelda also a tiny bit louder. And then, yeah, give me one more check, please.
Welcome to the Dead Cells run here. Evian is going to be running 5 boss cell, which is the hardest difficulty, and he will be running it on 1.7 plus, which means that he's going to be in a very vulnerable state in the run, because he won't have access to some of the more broken tricks, like becoming invincible by using Telric Shock and canceling out of it with a roll. So he's going to have to pick up every single scroll, because we're going to skip everything except the final spoiler boss. He will be running through all the biomes and skipping as much as we possibly can by using light speed, but other than that, he's going to be having to claw his way through a very difficult version of the game.
Alright, that's good. Zelda, one final test.
We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently doing our events online for the time being. This event features streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world bringing you entertainment during the lockdown. If you'd like our events and would like to participate in one of them yourself, an upcoming event of ours you may be interested in is our yearly marathon BSG Annual, normally held in Van Ryden, Netherlands. This year's edition, however, will either be online or on-site depending on the COVID situation. Because of this, exact dates are not confirmed yet, but it will run around the 3rd week of August 2021. But no worries, you can still submit to the event and select whether your submissions apply for on-site, online, or both. Submissions for PSG Annual close on April 2nd. More?
No, that's fine. Everything's solid. Sounds fine to me. Also, spoiler alert, I'm very doubtful that it's gonna be on site, which is gonna be the sad.
Yes.
It is the sad.
It's a bold statement to say that it might be on site, huh?
Yeah. I got semi-excited when there was like a news bulletin about that events, on-site events were allowed again from July 1st onwards, but that's just not responsible.
I know. It's real sad.
Everyone gets real happy, starts everyone gets real happy, starts going along each other, and then their wave is like, "Hi, I'm here now."
Hello.
Oh. Alright, Jasper, you good to take over?
Yeah. What did you do? What did you not do? Did you do audio?
Yeah, everything's set up. Well, I didn't uncheck the checklist yet. I prepped the tweet, so everything's in there. You just need to press the tweet button.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's pre-set up. And I just finished setup on the stream here.
Okay, so the audio is checked and whatever.
Yeah, you can always check it yourself if you wanna give it a second opinion. But yeah. All right, then I'll. Yeah, then I'll leave you to it, and good luck, Evian.
Oh, thanks. I will need it.
Hello.
I'll do a very quick just audio check just to see what he did. You guys can just
Here we go again.
have a talk while. No worries, it'll probably be fine. You can just do a very quick talk while the game audio is going. I'll just check that. I'll be back in a second.
Okay, well, how have you guys been? How's your day?
Oh, it's pretty early for me. I got up at like 7 today to calm Evian's earlier race. It was on valuethon. We did an 80% race, which had
Same game?
Yeah, dead cells. So we had the number 2 and number 3 ranked runners in 80% racing. And number 3 beat number 2 because number 2 failed a boss skip and got soft locked.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, like, you could technically fight the boss, but it would be very slow and very difficult to actually get a win against him. What about you? How's your day been?
Yeah,
My day has been alright. I've just, I don't know, I've been just kind of chilling, waiting for my shift to arrive.
You in Europe as well?
I am, yeah. I'm also from the Netherlands.
Oh, cool.
So.
I'm over in West Coast Canada.
Oh, fun.
If you could turn down the game audio quite a bit, I think he might have balanced it off mobile. Mobile pulls the game audio way down, but on your Twitch stream it seems louder than voices.
However, we can obviously change that as we go.
It's weird that Twitch, like mobile, has different audio presets than a browser.
Doesn't make a
No,
whole lot of sense.
that's not it. What we use is a tool called Mumble. It's like a voice program,
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
like Discord.
Yep.
So we have the same delay as the stream PC because that has a slightly delayed stream. It's basically for timing purposes, but if you try to do audio balancing off it, it gives really weird results. Because whenever somebody's just speaking, it pulls the game audio down for no apparent reason. Did you pull it down, Evian?
Yeah.
Another check then. Oh,
sounds good.
Yeah, good. I'll be back in a sec.
Time for more chit chat. But yeah, like, I mean, I'm I'm sitting in a very empty hollow room, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds like super echoey. We're in the process of packing to move at the end of the week here, so
Oh,
everything
I
is in
see.
boxes, and there's nothing that soaks the sound up, and it just gets so echoey.
Where are you moving to, if I may ask?
We're moving from Alberta to British Columbia, so we're moving to like the West Coast proper. We're
Oh, I
move,
see.
move to the sea. There's a couple of us that are moving there together. There's another couple, myself and my girlfriend. They're all biologists, so there's not a whole lot of biology work here in Alberta. It's mostly like engineering and oil fields. But BC has tons in the environmental science sector. So, like, my girlfriend's looking at potentially getting a job at a food research company that is developing like Beyond Meat, but like seafood.
Oh, okay.
So like synthetic seafood.
That's pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah. So like, there's tons of cool opportunities like that out there, and I'm looking at going to the Vancouver Film School to do sound design there as well.
Okay.
That's
if
pretty
you can
cool.
pull down the game audio a little bit more, that'd be great. But other than that, pretty much good to go.
That's done.
Okay. Perfect. I'll just tune into the actual stream for a bit because it seems like he's almost done, and I'll be back here fairly soon.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay. See you in a bit.
See you later.
Racing in a Ford Focus. I haven't played a racing game in a long time.
I've bought the I think it's a newest Need for Speed game. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I bought it on Steam and I just haven't played it yet.
I think I
So
haven't
it's
played
got-
a Need for Speed since Underground 2.
I know. I think the last
On the
time I played a
GameCube.
Need for Speed game was the one on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, it was probably
Carbon.
the same. Oh, that was Carbon.
Personally, I'm the type of guy who bought game like 2 years after it released.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it'll be cheaper.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a problem where I just buy the games and then don't play them because I'm too busy speedrunning.
I have that problem where I just buy games and then just don't play them for some reason. It's like I want to play them, and then when I actually have time to play them, I'm just like, nah.
So
like
do
I
you,
bought-
do you
Sorry?
speedrun any games?
No, I don't speedrun myself, but I really find the whole hobby as a whole just very interesting.
Yeah.
And I like to tune into like games done quick and like
I love
ESA
GDQ.
and stuff.
Yeah.
GDQ is the fucking best because it's like it's the perfect amount of like fun and cringe at the same time. If that makes any sense.
Oh, there's a lot of crowd cringe.
There's a lot of crowd. Well, not anymore
Even
right
just-
now,
yeah, not
but
anymore,
used to
but,
be.
The people watching in between rounds was almost more interesting than some of the runs.
It was. It really was. It's a real shame that the crowd can't be a part of it now, but oh well.
It's just all Twitch chat.
It's all Twitch chat.
I mean, like, GDQ is what got me into speedrunning because I was watching the 1.1 Dead Cells speedrun, and I was like, hey, I think I can actually do everything that they did here.
It's like I can do what they can do.
Which is pretty legit. I gotta bop Evian back. Evian bopped me recently. Cause you were below 420, right? Or were you under that?
I've got sub 4.
Yeah, well, I know now you do.
Hmm.
I'm still working on my sub 4 for any percent. Because we are on 1.7, correct, Evian? You're not running on broken 1.6.
No, we're running on 2.2.
Okay, so you're running on actual current patch.
Yeah.
Ooh, the malaise changed. I guess we're going fast enough that the malaise change doesn't make a real difference.
It doesn't make a real difference. Even if I think old malaise is easier because of enemy dot spawning.
Yeah.
But yeah, It's not a big deal of a difference.
Because on the current Malays, it ticks up automatically, right?
I didn't hear. Sorry.
So on the current Malays,
Yeah.
it ticks up automatically, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of a weird change. But oh well. So the whole route's the same, right? You're going.
Yeah. It's all the same.
2Bs. Yeah. And then, are you using Serenade?
Yeah. I will be used
Oh.
Serenade.
Spicy. So how much faster is Serenade? Is it like really worth it?
Yeah, I think it's at least 1 minute faster.
Oh, that's actually pretty big. So can you spam Lightspeed with it?
No, we've tried, but it didn't work.
So do you just use like Wings of the Crow with?
That too. Oh, personally, I don't use Wings of the Crow. I prefer
So what's your
Daniel.
build? Javelin.
Yeah. Javelin,
Shield.
Assault Shield, Lightspeed, and Daniel.
Okay. Is that how it's pronounced in French?
In French is it's I can't remember the the French name. Vague du déni.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Daniel, déni.
My French is rusty.
My French is about second year in high school, kind of rusty. Or
Yeah.
the teacher didn't show up. So even worse.
French is a really hard language, to be honest.
It is a really hard language. I remember struggling with it a lot.
There's so many exceptions to the rules. Like English is awful as well, but French has a lot of things, like even genderized pronouns and stuff like that.
Spanish does the same shit, and it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
why? Why would you? Just don't.
Long live the patriarchy in there. Eh?
I've learned a bit of Spanish at school, but I totally forgot it.
I learned a little bit of Spanish through Duolingo because one of my best friends is Spanish, and she recently moved here in the country. So she's kind of like, oh, well, it would be kind of funny if, I started speaking Spanish to her. And then I realized how difficult the language actually was. I was like, you know what? I think she'll learn Dutch just fine.
Yeah, mon accent en français c'est pas trop pire, mais mon vocabulaire c'est terrible.
He's even got the accent.
Well,
Oh, your accent is pretty fine, yeah.
the accent's okay. It's not bad.
It's better
just,
than
like,
my
the
English
words.
accent.
I don't know. Your English accent's not bad. Like you're
not
100%
bad, no.
legible, like or audible. Like there's
like-
I've known a lot of francophones that like really eat their words and like have a hard time, but like it's totally clear.
It's kind of like you can hear that you're French, but it's not like we can't hear what you're saying, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
And that's what's important.
Yeah, as long as you're like eligible, it's fine. Is it eligible? I think that's the word.
Audible.
Same thing.
Intelligible is the
Intelligible. Isn't that like the other way around where you can't hear someone speak?
Unintelligible is you can't.
Uh,
Intelligible is like you have fidelity, clarity.
right, okay, gotcha. Every day is a school day.
As it should be.
As
People
it should
never
be.
stop. People should never stop learning. A rolling stone gathers no moss, right?
Exactly. I've never heard of that saying before, but I do like it.
Oh, really? That's like a
Yeah.
pretty common one in English. Idioms like that and like colloquialisms like vary so much from country to country. Like
They
what
did
would be
really good.
your equivalent to that? Like a body in motion stays in motion is another one.
I'm trying
Did
to
you
think
just
of
like not
like
even have like an alternate for that?
I'm trying to think of an alternate, but I can't. I don't know. It's not coming to mind. We do have a lot of sayings that are just kind of like oh well, that's similar to English, or just kind of like, oh well, that's the same as the English one. And then we have sayings such as like, the English language doesn't have a saying for that, so that it just sounds really weird when you translate it.
So what's one that like just doesn't translate that you've never heard like an alternative for?
Let's see. Probably it's raining steel pipes.
Oh, that's a cool one. So is that kind of like it's raining cats and dogs, like the rain's
Yeah.
coming down really hard?
Yeah, it's it's the same thing. We also have
I like that though. It's raining steel pipes. That's so metal.
it's so metal. We also have now comes the monkey out of the sleeve.
Ooh. Out comes the monkey from the sleeve. So is that like somebody was like deceiving you, tricking you?
Yeah, it kind of means like the gig is up, kind of.
Okay. Gotcha.
The secret has been revealed, kind of.
Yeah,
And then we've also got better. What was it? I think it was better to have a bird in your hands than a 10 in the sky, which I'm still not sure what that actually means, but I just know that we have it.
There's a similar one for that one that I remember. It's like 1 in the hand is worth 2 in the coop or something.
It's probably the same thing.
It's better to plan for the future than it is to have something right now.
That is true. That is very true. Let me see if I can think of some other stuff. No, not gonna say that one. And we've got a saying that's like kind of similar to a taste of their own medicine, except we say something like a cookie from his own batter.
Okay.
Something like that. It means the exact same thing.
Yeah. Reaping what you sow.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. I remember this, there was like this soccer coach that was like a coach for like English teams now, but like he's like originally from the Netherlands. And his English is kind of like, are you familiar with the term stone cold English?
No.
Okay, so stone cold English is a term that we in the Netherlands actually use when someone speaks in English but applies Dutch grammar to it.
Okay.
So we call it stone cold English, and it's like a translation from steenkool Engels, but steenkool is a translation for coal. So it's quite literally like stone cold English. Just and I remember that soccer coach would like always use Dutch sayings and stuff that don't
like,
translate into English at all, and it's the funniest shit.
I love that kind of stuff. I think language is just very interesting in general. Like
it is very
divergence of
interesting.
Communication.
I've always found it like very fascinating how quickly a language changes when you cross a border. Because like there's like the border where it's kind of like a mix of like there might be people who speak like both languages, and then like the further you travel into the country, the more you start hearing like the language of that country, and it's just it's very interesting.
Well, even just going like from a major city versus like a medium to like a more rural city in the country too, like because Canada's massive, right? And Quebec is a very big province, and if you go to Montreal, the biggest city there, for the most part, like everyone speaks English. But if you go to like Quebec City or one of the more like kind of rurally towns, like it's just full French everywhere.
It's the same with like accents and dialects and stuff. Because where I live in the Netherlands, I live really close to the south. So my general accent compared to most Dutch people is very strong. But I often, well, not anymore, obviously, but I used to often take the train up the country to either see friends or like go to events or even just going to school, for example. And even though I've been in the train for like maybe half an hour to like 45 minutes, you can clearly tell a difference between how people speak. And it's
Mhm.
just so interesting.
Yeah, like for the most part, like Canadian accents are pretty standard across the board, like from the West Coast to like the middle of the country. They only really start shifting when you start going into like Quebec and then the Maritimes. So like if you go to the East Coast, you get some like pretty wildly different accents than like what I'm speaking. Because like for the most part, like everyone in the like central to West Coast, it's gonna sound very similar to me. But like, oh, we're gonna take the car to the bar. It's almost like a bit of an Irish accent that kind of bleeds into the East Coast because it's a very Celtic and Scottish influenced area, as well as like they have that Acadian history, so they have like that mixture of like the French Canadian and the like the Métis blended in.
That's pretty cool, though. I like that.
Hey, we're on deck. Oh my god, the Wii Fit. My girlfriend wants this game
Yeah,
so bad.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Let me just quickly get everything set up.
Do you mean the Ring Fit game?
Yeah, the Wii Fit ring.
I tried to
Or not
snipe
Wii.
that game, and it actually worked. I signed my email up to get like notifications of when the product would be back in stock. And then
Oh,
I actually
nice.
got the email, and I dashed upstairs to like pay for the product, and then as soon as I like paid it and I got like the confirmation email, it was like sold out again. I was just like, holy shit.
Let me see. Louis, you're the commentator for this, right?
Yep.
Just write it as I see it in Discord.
Yeah, you can do that.
Perfect. Ian, are you running this game through Steam or any other online services?
I'm running on Steam.
Just to
Also,
do a
Evan,
quick
are
check, you have Steam offline and everything, notifications off.
Actually, I have to be online, so I will probably turn off the notifications, but I
Yeah,
don't know how to do
just turn
that.
off the notifications.
Also, Evan, are you gonna stream in Discord here for my comms, or can I get an RTMP to play it?
It would be preferred for me as well if you could potentially stream it through Discord.
Okay, let's go.
Because otherwise I'd be watching a delayed stream as well, and that's just not very, handy.
But I don't know how to turn off notifications on Steam.
Okay, let me check real
Let me
quick.
check.
I'm opening up my Steam settings.
Steam settings. Maybe you can just set your chat to. It might be in your chat settings.
Yeah.
Isn't it interface?
Notifications. So yeah, pull up the chat, go to notifications, and then you can set like unclick all of them.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
just pull up
Yeah.
your.
I got
there
it.
You go.
Here it is.
Excuse me.
Easy peasy.
Perfect. Make sure all of those are off.
Yeah, real good.
Okay, perfect. Let me see if everything is right. 5 BC true ending, that's all correct.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'll have Zelda count us down. Once she's done counting, give it about 2 seconds, then whatever you guys prefer in terms of who does the intro, and then we can get this going. Feel free to give me a countdown for when you actually want the timer to start, and I'll do that as well. I'll be muted in here, but I'll be able to hear you guys fine.
So,
Mute
like,
now, and then... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
countdown from 5, wait 2 seconds, I do my intro, and then hand it over.
Yep.
Okay,
Very much.
gotcha.
Sounds
Okay,
good.
I'll mute now, and I'll be able to hear you guys together.
Alright, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, my name is Zelda, and I will be your host for the next couple of games. We're about to kick off Dead Cells, so I will hand you over to Evian. Good luck!
Hello everyone. Hello Zelda. Hello Louis. I'm going to showcase you Dead Cells in 5BC. It's the hardest difficulty of this game. It will allow you to see the true ending of the game, and I will let Louis, my commentator, to explain you everything about this run.
Hi, I'm Louis the 14th here, and we're really excited to showcase the 5BC run. So Evian's going to be running on patch 1.7. There's a distinct difference between running on 1.6 and 1.7 because the developers patched out some really broken tricks that we were using in 1.6 over to on 1.7, so he cannot become invincible. So if you watch any of the 1.6 runs, there's a trick that lets you become invincible for the entirety of the run, making it very safe and secure to do. But Evian is going to be running on 1.7, so he doesn't have access to this, so he's got to be very careful throughout the run. So as he goes through each of the biomes, there's power scrolls that will help give him damage to make the final boss fight faster. So he's most likely going to be looking to collect as many of those as he possibly can, unlike in the any percent category where we ignore absolutely everything. So the 5 boss cell is a much more interactive run than we're used to. But he's going to be using some really new tech that only came out in the most recent patches. He's going to be abusing Serenade. And I personally actually haven't seen this trick used in live runs yet, so I'm really excited to see it showcased here. But we're going to be using War Javelin and Light Speed in combination with Assault Shield to give us a lot of different movement options throughout the run. So
Well, I guess we're ready. We're just...
You had a donation incentive, right?
Yeah. We have we can choose the outfit we're going to wear for the run. We have the baguette outfit, which is basically the French flag outfit. We have the base outfit, and we have the king outfit. So which incentive one?
Let's see. Let me close this for a second. It looks like... Oh, give me a second there. The king's outfit has one.
Okay, so here we go for the king outfit.
we get to go visit our favorite little seamster. Evian wearing the French baguette outfit.
Oh.
I do like the snowman too. Oh, you don't have it unlocked on the save. Oh,
yeah.
No.
Maybe I can use the a mod to unlock it real quick.
Yeah. So we
sorry for the technical issue.
So the way that we set up our save files is with this perfect save mod. So Evian's just going to take a quick second here so that we can actually fulfill this incentive. So he's going to go into a little custom room that basically lets you purchase anything you want in the game, and that lets you set up your save file. These are some of the fun back scene portions of the speedrunning community. So it actually took us quite a while to figure out how to get a 5 boss cell speedrun set up properly, because there's some really cool tricks near the end of the run where we have to have our inventory, like our purchasing inventory, set up very specifically so that when we get to the end of the run, we can pull off a really cool trick that I'm not going to spoil for us just yet. And hopefully his computer doesn't lag out when he collects like 1,000,000 cells.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to...
Because you're on a 5 boss cell.
Yeah. Maybe like this.
Our apologies for the technical delays. The save files are very tricky to set up, and they're very time intensive. So you don't usually unlock a lot of things that you don't normally need in them, which is why he doesn't have the king's outfit unlocked. Do you remember, Evian, where you naturally unlock the king's outfit? Is it from beating the Hand of the King on 5 boss cell?
You have to beat the game in 5 boss cell once, and the second one you have to possess the corpse of the king to get the outfit.
There we go. So now that we're in 4 boss cell, when he opens the save mod, we should be able to interact with the collector. So the collector is the gentleman that has the big cell 2 on his back that sells you all the items that you build your run with. So there's other categories like fresh file, where it's very important to interact with the shopkeeper, because he sells us items that we use mid-run. And then we're going to see something similar to that later on. And Evian's a very fast runner, so I think we should still come in under our time slot here, even with all of the shenanigans building the save file correctly. But yeah, chat is also super excited to see the Serenade. So Serenade is a really neat item from the new patch that gives you this little sword friend.
Okay, the king outfit.
King
there
outfit.
We go.
There we go.
Okay, we're going to...
We should be good to go now.
Yeah.
But for anyone that is interested in running the game, we have a great Discord, the speed dashing Discord, as well as I personally believe the game is easier to speedrun than it is to play casually. So don't let the intimidation factor stop you from speedrunning the game if you're interested. So now Evian can actually go and select the king's outfit. And just double check to make sure you're on 5 boss cell before you start the run again.
Yeah, I have to unlock my light speed, so I have to check.
All right, so we're gonna start this off with one of the most bizarre tricks in the game. So what Evian is going to be doing here is he's going to be activating light speed and then resetting the game into a different difficulty setting. And basically the hope is that we're going to trick the game into thinking that oh, you have you don't have Serenade on.
I will unlock it at the end of the run, you know.
I gotcha.
Here, I have to check my light speed is glitch. Yeah, here we go.
Okay. All right, and we're off. So we can start the timer now. We should have done a countdown for breaking the door. But now that you've already unlinked light speed, it could take a while to do it again. So Evian's going to be using War Javelin here to move through the biomes. He's already skipped 1 door with the War Javelin. So what the game does is it registers you on the other side of the wall if you go past where your Javelin is, because the Javelin is a teleporting tool. And anything that lets you teleport in this game is insanely broken. There's one of the developers in particular who has an affinity for building teleporting items, and he's responsible for almost every single broken piece of equipment that we use in the game. He developed the War Javelin remake, he built Lightspeed, and I believe he was also the lead on the Serenade item. So bless this developer from Motion Twin who has given us all of the
shoutouts to
wonderful...
I think his nickname is Yukul. Shoutouts to him.
Yeah, shoutouts to you, cool, because like he's given us the most incredibly cool tools to speedrun the game with. So he's finished off with the first section of the game, which is the Promenade of Condemned. And now we're going to move into a very tricky biome. So you'll see he's going to do some unorthodox routing in this next biome.
Here I'm gonna pick a mutation, disengagement, which will provides me a shield if I get to low HP.
Which is very useful because the enemies pile up very quickly on you in 5 boss cell. Every enemy has the ability to teleport on top of you. So even if you run away from them, they're going to snap back onto you. So Evian's looking like he's climbing up this left wall in the biome here for some reason. And, oops. I think we just skipped the whole level. Yep. So that was, as long as he can get this very finicky climb here. So there's a little corner in the top there that doesn't really like you standing on it, but you can get
I'm
up
having
into
a
this
really
corner.
bad time here.
There you go, you got it.
Yeah, thanks.
So you made quick work of that biome because that would take you about a minute to run through it. The only downside is that we don't get to collect any of the scrolls from that biome. So it does make fighting the bosses at the very end a little more difficult if we are going to be seeing much of a fight. Because I'm not sure how quick this the final fight will be with Serenade, because I haven't seen the Serenade boss fight yet. So everyone's going to see something pretty new and cool here today. So now moving into Ramparts, and I think after this biome, I'll be able to tell whether or not the final boss fight will be incredibly fast or kind of normal speed, depending on how many scrolls Evian goes to pick up. So we've already passed that little T-shaped piece of structure there, and that's actually a hint. So the developers have built in some hints into the game to tell us where the exit is in this biome, because it could either be down one of the tunnels or all the way to the right. So Evian's going to be picking up scroll fragments and power scrolls as he goes through the biomes here in order to power up and get some HP.
Yeah, I teleported right to a bullet. Thank you, Dead Cells.
Just the wonderful moments of RNG in this game. So despite all of Evian's weapons being from the purple tree, he's speccing into survival, because later on we're going to do some really cool item hot swaps. And so we don't really actually care about damage until we have to go and fight the final boss. So at this point we're basically in scroll hunting mode and just trying to get through the biome as quickly as we can.
Ramparts is the first level, which is really hard. Yeah. And I triggered disengagement.
So disengagement is really nice because it goes on a cooldown, and we'll get to use it again after, I think it's 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes.
So Evian's already found the exit here, but because we do have to actually do some proper combat later, we're just going to save that exit teleporter for later, and we're going to keep searching for as many scrolls as we can find. Also, still just very important to get every single scroll you can, because we skipped an entire biome's worth of scrolls earlier. As well as we'll skip some more stuff later. Skips are kind of just like the name of the game in Dead Cells, which is one of the reasons why I love it so much. It has really amazing fast, fluid movement. All of the abilities can cancel into each other very satisfyingly.
Okay, I think I've got all the scrolls, so we're moving out.
So there is an ability called Explorer's Instinct that will happen once you've explored, I think it's about 80% of the biome.
Yeah, something like that.
And it will reveal where all of the remaining scrolls and doors are.
We're going to pick a faster heal.
So he's got extended healing and faster healing. So we're moving into the boss fight here. So this is going to be really tricky. He's going to have to dodge him and make sure that he doesn't get hit at all. But if he can, I think it'll be a pretty quick fight. And there we go, folks. There's the boss fight. Off of Black Bridge. Concierge didn't stand a chance, and we're going to move on to Still Village.
I think you've lied to the spectators, to the viewers. I mean,
I might have embellished for effect.
actually, I'm
So,
not
I mean-
sure because I use the mod. I'm not sure I will have enough cells to unlock everything, so I'm gonna collect
Oh,
some.
that's fair. So he's using a bit of a safety backup strat at the end of each biome. If you've beaten it before a certain period of time, or by not getting hit, or killing enough enemies, there's special doors that always have cell tubes in them for you, which is a nice backup for us, especially in Fresh File. So as we progress, these biomes are just going to get more and more dangerous until we finally hit the Forgotten Sepulchre, which is going to be the most challenging biome for sure. It's the longest biome that we have to spend time in, as well as it has some of the most dense enemies, and also there's an external damage
Yeah.
effect that happens.
I should have done that, but well, that's fine.
There we go. Evan getting a little backup there so that we can skip this section. It's also quite important to not take damage during the run, because you don't get access to healing refreshes. So preserving health throughout the run is insanely important. And really the key to not getting hit in Dead Cells, especially at the highest difficulty level here, is just to keep moving. As long as you're not stationary, the enemies have very little chance of actually hitting you. So as long as you're keeping fluid movement, you're not pausing to heal, and you're staying in motion, the enemies can't really get you. And Evian kind of has a get out of jail free card. His secondary weapon that he's using pushes all the enemies away from you. So that gives him a really nice kind of second to breathe if he's in trouble.
Yeah, it's basically the panic button.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I've got all the scrolls, so I'm gonna try to door skip here.
So especially in this newest patch, this section has become much easier to skip the key. Normally you have to find a key here in Stilt Village and then open this door, but we have a very nice, generous skip here, and we don't even need the key because we'll skip it with War Javelin. What a hard ball. So this is by far the most dangerous portion of the run that he's moving into.
That's not a really good amulet, so I'm leaving it here.
So you can get up to 3 of the same scrolls on an amulet. Right now, Evian's only has 1 survival on his scroll, so a bit of a low roll, but it's you can't expect to get 3 survival on a scroll every single run.
Yeah, it's very rare. I fade my hyper here. I don't know why I'm picking Curse on Marathon, but here we go.
Oh wow, this is spicy. So if
Yeah.
anyone takes any damage here, his run will die. So he's got to kill some enemies in order to break the curse. And I think he's just gonna hunt a little bit to find some easy enemies to push off a ledge.
Yeah. This one is going to teleport. Actually no, because it's an Inquisitor.
He also has to be very careful to not stand in the same spot for too long in this biome, because they will eventually have the darkness encroach in on him.
Yeah, the darkness, hopefully, I mean, fortunately, it doesn't trigger the darkness.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Darkness doesn't trigger the curse.
Yeah, it doesn't trigger the
Alright, so
curse.
he's lifted the curse now. If he takes a hit, the run will end, so the Monka S moment is over.
Yeah. I actually took the curse by reflex. The bad reflexes.
Die hard. So
But
he's
we're
using
still
that
fine.
key to move through to the second half. So there's 2 portions to Sepulture. They're both built basically the same way. There's 2 kind of halves to the room. One half leads to a key and a door combination. The other half leads to a shopkeeper and a treasure room. So he'll hopefully find as many scrolls on the way as he can towards the
I
door
will say I'm lucky with the scroll I'm finding. If it was a
Yeah.
PB attempt, because it's not very marathon safe to not have a lot of health.
So as you can see, the enemies teleporting are piling up really fast here. So this is the punishment that you get for not actually killing enemies, is that you have a mob of nearly infinite enemies just on top of you at all times. He's doing a really good job. He's only had to use one heal so far, which is quite good.
I don't know if... Yeah, there is a scroll here. I want Explorer Instinct to trigger so I can see if I'm missing scrolls. I don't know if I will get it. But
as well,
19 is very good, to be honest.
and also if he's lucky here, he might finish off another scroll with the fragments. So he would need 2 more scroll fragments to actually get a complete scroll.
Yeah, I think that means
Ooh, there's
I've missed a
disengagement.
fragment. Yeah. Long life disengagement.
So we're just going to move on to the Guardian's Haven, which is the home of the giant, which is the next boss. And I think as anyone watching has already realized, we're probably not going to fight him.
Would you mind if I quickly announce something?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
sure.
Okay, I just wanted to remind people that we still have one incentive left that hasn't been met, which is the Demon Souls remake character name, which nobody has donated for. So if you want to pick a name for this guy's character, get your donations in.
Nice. That's some low-hanging fruit. Somebody get $1 in their minimum. Let's get a bid war going.
You only need $1.
So the game is very generous here. So after you fight the giant, I use air quotes for fight the giant, they give you 2 scrolls before going on to fight the Hand of the King. So it's a nice little security bonus that there's always 2 extra scrolls waiting for you.
I hope I'm gonna get a good RNG for, you know, Astrolab. So I can skip the level. It's really rare to not get the RNG, but it may happen.
Yeah. So we've passed the final boss here, and we're moving on to the true ending. This is my favorite biome. We're about to showcase some of the coolest tricks that we have access to in the game.
Yeah.
So some of the tricks have changed a little bit from when we originally discovered them. We can kind of do everything that we did before with multiple item setups now with just more Javelin, but it's still a really neat way to break the game. So with any luck, we'll be able to climb an invisible wall on the left-hand side of this biome, and then we're going to dash across the entire biome to the right, where we're going to break into a locked room.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's not the right RNG. And I'm dead? What?
You're not dead.
I'm dead.
You won't die. Just keep.
Oh, that's really lucky.
So Evie managed to clutch out here. So this is one of the rare instances where the level. Oh no.
Yeah, actually I teleported to my javelin, but it was in the wrong place. I almost killed myself. What can I do here? I could probably go up. Not this way.
Yeah, you can skip that door, I think.
Yeah, but I don't want to go to the tower because it's pretty hard.
But yeah, you should be able to go underneath it, maybe.
No, I don't think so.
So we're in a bit of a bind here.
Yeah, it should be.
This level generates to the right.
It should have a teleporter here somehow.
Like, I think you could go underneath to get to the left-hand side there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't think I can skip here. Yeah, like this.
Yeah, and then just get on the backside.
That's weird.
Go inside and skip to the left over top. Like put the
Yeah, I understand.
Left. So he has to deal with a bunch of really annoying enemies now that we really didn't want to. AKA
yeah, especially this enemy is really annoying.
So this enemy was originally designed to help you as a tutorial for the final boss, as one of his attacks is similar.
I can make him suicide himself here? Yeah, perfect. But yeah, I got the bad RNG, so... it wasn't supposed to be happen, but we'll try
This is generally a
to...
very fast biome. This is about the second fast biome in the game. But when the game decides that you don't get the skip, you're stuck with some pretty...
I panic here.
Pretty bad improvising.
Oh my fucking god, this is not going good.
But we're up and away.
That's bad. How are we doing that? I try to attract enemies here. Yeah, he's coming. Okay.
Usually physics is your best enemy or your best friend in 5 boss hell, because you kill most enemies in the run by pushing them off a ledge and letting gravity do the work.
Okay.
So he's just going to try to clear out some of these enemies so it's a little safer for him to move around.
Unfortunately, I panic heal before. I tried to suicide him. Oh, I can't. Oh, I'm gonna deal with that. Because with the weapon I have, I really can't kill this enemy.
Yeah, we don't do a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, I'm dead.
Oh no.
Ah, that's really unfortunate.
And get an F in the chat. So usually what would happen in that biome is that it generates to the right side, but this, we got the kind of like 1 in 10 generation where it goes to the left, and it makes the skip very difficult to do. So do we have enough time to try to jam it again?
I don't think so, unfortunately.
We were trying to set up a backup save later on into the run, but it wasn't working. We couldn't get it done in time for the start of the race. But I mean, we had budgeted 26 minutes for the run, and we're at 18. So probably, yeah, can't quite get to spoiler boss. Before the timer
yeah,
goes up. So this is one of the just very realistic moments in running Dead Cells or 5 boss cells on 1.7 and above, is that it's very possible to die. I mean, we had a race on valuethon earlier this morning between Henpaku and Evian, and then Henpaku failed one of his skips in the boss biome and got trapped in a boss fight. So that effectively killed his run. So even our number 2 and number 3 runners here can be susceptible to some bad RNG, which the game is full of.
this was really unfortunate. It actually almost never happened, but it happened on Marathon.
Murphy's Law in process right now.
Exactly.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. We've got $28 from Peekaboo saying, "For my little girl, who was just born on the 28th of February, and now we can finally watch speedrunning together. Thank you for your donations, and congratulations on the little one."
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, congrats.
Breeding the next generation of speedrunners. So we'll go back through and we can kind of get what a clean skip there. It's always very satisfying when you get right into the hole in one. So because of the way that the level generation works, that skip is different kind of every single time. Sometimes you'll be a little too low or too high, and every once in a while you'll get that perfect Goldilocks skip where you're just in the middle. So moving back into Ramparts, another fun biome of scroll hunting, because there's really only two biomes that you have to spend a lot of time in, and that's Ramparts and Sepulcher. And those are the two biomes with the most scrolls in them as well for the speedrun. With any luck, we'll get some God Seed, and we might be able to finish a run before the timer runs out.
I don't think 8 minutes RTA is possible.
That's true, actually, because we go off in-game time. So the in-game time is always quite a few minutes faster than the real-time attack.
Yeah, I also forgot to pick an amulet, so I have a little less stats than usual.
So because we're not going to get to see the end here, and we were supposed to be doing a full 5 boss L run, I'll spoil our nifty tricks that we were going to showcase at the end of the run. So what happens at the end of the run, you'll skip into that tower that we were trying to get around and climb, and then that gets you into the final boss fight, which is against the Collector. So the man who's been selling you weapons the entire time you've been playing the game has kind of been your buddy stealing your cells and then greasing your wheels too. He's the final boss, and he actually has this weird state. If you do one of our hypers that we've been using to skip biomes and bosses with, you can skip past him and talk to him from his backside, and you can purchase items from him just before you fight him. So we have our save file set up so that all of the items that we need to buy cost 1 cell, which is why we had that perfect save mod that we were using earlier to get the King's outfit. And when you purchase items from him, they're very high quality. They're maximum tier as well, which is really great because we ditch all the items that we've been speedrunning with and we swap over to a full combat gear set. And Evian was going to be showcasing the Serenade. So what does the Serenade kill actually look like in the boss fight?
Yeah, actually the Serenade resets the cooldown of your other skills you hold. So we were going to use the Giant Fist, and the Giant Fist deals a lot amount of damage. So imagine using the Giant Fist, which has usually a 20-second cooldown, but this time it won't have cooldown. So that's just a stupid amount of damage.
So yeah, there's a really cool bug with Serenade where when you swap between items, it refreshes cooldowns that have a fail state. So if there's no enemies on the screen, the Giant's Whistle, which summons up the Fist of the Giant, which covers about 50% of the screen, and does an enormous amount of bulk damage. So we put that 20-second cooldown on a 0-second cooldown, so you can just spam the fist. So you'll see like 7 or 8 fists just all punching the final boss all at the same time. It would have been a really cool expo. I mean, if anyone's interested in actually seeing how that's performed, Evian has a run on the 1.7 plus board on the Dead Cell speedrun on speedrun.com that you can go look at. He's the current only runner and world record holder in the 1.7 plus category. So if curiosity is getting to you, you can go check out how that final boss fight looks over there. So on to another Blackbridge skip. So the way the Lightspeed hyper works, which we're not 100% sure exactly what the in-game physics are like, but it's something to the effect of when you throw your War Javelin and you recall yourself to the Javelin and you dash with Lightspeed in the opposite direction, the game doesn't really understand what state you're in, and so it slingshots you backwards. And as most games don't have a backwards cap on momentum, you pretty much just accelerate indefinitely. So the longer your skip is, the faster your momentum builds up to be. And like you can see that kind of trick, like backwards long jumps in Mario 64, and then the infamous pausa trick from Wind Waker that Linksys always demos at GDQ is another really good example of like uncapped backwards momentum.
Oh.
I mean, at some point, game developers might figure out that they should cap backwards momentum, but I'm very personally thankful they don't. And especially for a game that has so many game-breaking bugs in it, Dead Cells is oddly stable. It's not very susceptible to crashes, which is really
Okay,
nice.
thanks.
Those pirates get me every time. I swear the pirates are the most intelligent AI in the game, because they'll shoot a cannonball like a minute earlier, and then it just bops you on the head from off screen.
I would say it's flawed design, but if you want, let's call that intelligence.
Blood design, AI.
Yeah, I've picked everything.
So,
no.
we're at the 2653 mark, so I'm not sure if the staff would like us to continue and finish the run, or if we have to move on to the next time slot.
And I didn't got the skip.
So unfortunately, we'd have to backtrack here to go get a key. It's not 100% to get the key skip, but in this new patch, I would say it's better than 50-50.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's 50-50, something like that.
Yeah, from my experiences doing the runs, I'd say it's a bit over 50-50, but it's pretty close to that.
Yeah.
I think that just depends on how many runs you've done. So at least we have Explorer's Rune. We know exactly where the key room is, and it's very quick to get back there. And now the difficulty of going back to Sepulture, which is the real danger zone. So even if he doesn't get a scroll or an amulet that has green scrolls on it, which is what we're looking for, getting some extra health is always useful.
Yeah, actually, I haven't picked any amulet, so that was very bad of my part. So it's better than nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Even just getting some health for safety while moving through the biomes is really nice. Makes it a little more comfy.
I'm not picking the curse this time.
A good choice.
And for the irony, my stats are really bad.
Yeah, doing the run back run with a much slower stat count. So we'll get to skip a key here, which is really nice. So every key you skip saves quite a bit of time. It's hard to pin down specifically how much a key skip saves you, because the level generation can vary so much from run to run. But I'd say it's probably a good 30 seconds almost. Like a 15 to 30 second time save every time you skip a key.
What? What?
Oh.
Okay.
So this just shows you how challenging these 5 boss cell runs. There's only, let me double check. There's only 6 people that have a posted completed 5 boss cell run total. So Evian and myself, Rockstone, Hempaku, Triple P, KQ, and Sun MMMC, and S Not are the only runners who have ever posted a finished run. So just huge shout outs to Evian for a great effort, and 5 boss cell is a very challenging category when you're not using the Telric Shock and Invincibility.
I'm really sorry for the bad showcase today, but it wasn't a good day.
As chat's pointing out, Dead Cells is a bad game. There's a love-hate relationship with all the Dead Cells runners and Dead Cells.
No, it was totally my fault. But No, it wasn't my day, unfortunately.
But anyway, thank you very much for having us on. And anyone interested in learning the speedrun, please feel free to join the Speed Dashing Discord. Big shout outs to all the community there. They're a fantastic bunch. We'd love to have you.
Alright, well, thank you very much for showcasing this game. And don't beat yourself up too much, just these things that happen.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere, because we'll be back in a little bit with some Deus Ex Mankind Divided. See you in a bit.
And you guys are.
Oh, my heart.